Welcome to Starlight Radio Dreams, the comedy show with a podcasting habit, brought to you by our backers on Patreon. This episode is Murder Mystery Mania Monthly, written and directed by Jared McDaris, featuring the vocal talents of Kim Fukawa, Lisa Burton, Kat Evans, Jared McDaris, and Ansel Burch. The Starlight Radio Dreams theme was written and recorded by Arne Parrott. Sound design and editing by Jared McDaris. Now, without further ado, on with the show.
Marvelous morning to you, or evening, or afternoon, or wherever you happen to find yourself. I'm Mazie Maradova, and you're listening to Murder Mystery Mania Monthly, where we're just mad about murder mysteries, aren't we, Ermengarda?
Yes.
We're coming to you from our cozy study in upstate New York. I hope you recognize my partner, Ermengarda, heiress to the Jeevington top hat fortune. Say hello, Ermengarda.
Hello.
Rest assured, folks at home, as long as top hats remain the tip-top of high society, Ermengarda and I shall be sitting in the lap of luxury and taking you all along for the ride. Isn't that right, Ermengarda?
Yes.
Your tea, Miss Maradova.
Thank you, Jeevington. Now, as you may remember, our guests on the docket for today are none other than Mr. P.T. Barnum and Mr. Edgar Allan Poe. I'm as excited as a poodle in a properly manicured hedge maze, aren't I, Ermengarda?
Electric.
But then, tragedy struck when our butler, Jeevington, regrettably informed me that Mr. Barnum and Mr. Poe had been dead for 34 and 76 years, respectively. Isn't that right, Ermengarda?
Yes.
So instead, we invited my Uncle Charlie and Cousin Bertrude over. Say hello, family.
Acha!
Uncle Charlie is a song and dance man. Isn't that right, Ermengarda? Ermengarda?
Yes.
You might have seen him over at Lowenthal's Giggletorium off 21st Street, but far more likely you've seen him doing the Charleston at the corner of 5th and Albany for a penny a pop. Say hello again, Uncle Charlie.
Hello again, Uncle Charlie.
Why, Uncle Charlie, it wasn't my intention that you should repeat my exact phraseology, you old devil. How wildly clever. I'm sure your humor shall be as evergreen as Ermengarda's impending top hat fortune. As for my cousin Bertrude, well, she's simply the darling of the local scene, capturing hearts of the young aristocracy left and right. Isn't that right, Bertrude?
The human heart can keep beating for up to 5 minutes outside the human body.
Charming! I'm sure some dandelion of a coal magnate's son will sweep you off your feet any day now.
I'm scared of heights.
Wonderful! Uncle Charlie, how's the Charleston been treating you?
The police have beaten me up for vagrancy on 7 different occasions, Mazie. Hacha!
Gorgeous! If I were you, Charlie, I might give that charming Charleston a rest.
If you were me, Mazie, you'd owe $15,000 to a loan shark with very little sense of humor and even less imagination when it comes to the value of music.
Tone deaf, is he?
His ears aren't very receptive to my offers to repay my debt with a rousing rendition of Ain't Misbehavin', I can tell you that.
Uncle Charlie, you are the living end.
I won't be the living anything much longer, Mazie, unless your wealthy Boess over there wants to offer a helping hand.
What do you say, Ermengarda? Want to help my poor uncle out?
No.
Hilarious! Cousin Bertrude, you're here too. So as you know, we had intended today's show to be a discussion of that harrowing rogue, the 9th Street Knifer, who's been sticking it to the locals both metaphorically and literally. But what with our original guests having mysteriously died several decades ago, I thought it might be a hoot and a half to ponder just whatever happened to them instead. A pair of mysteries, friends, what do you say?
Mr. Barnum died of a stroke at the age of 80. Mr. Poe died of congestion of the brain at the age of 39.
Oh, dash and banderscat, Jeevington. You always know how to ruin a good time, doesn't he, Ermengarda?
Yes.
Well, Bertrude, why don't you divert us with more of that creepy heart business?
Congestion of the brain is a euphemism for alcoholism and drug overdose.
How marvelously macabre! You're a virtual encyclopedia, aren't you, Bertrude?
I miss my bug collection.
Your bug collection was fucking disgusting, Bertrude. 47 stink bugs arranged to spell it S-O-S may technically constitute a collection, but I'll take the Louvre any day.
Stink bugs understand me.
You're fucking creepy, Bertrude. It had to be said. Well, if you're going to be a conversational dead end, I guess we've no choice but to... Oh! Sorry, friends, looks like the lights in the study are flickering just a hint and a half. Jeevington, won't you go investigate that little box with all the switches in it? The one with the fuses, you know?
The fuse box.
That's the one. Thank you, love. Jeevington? Jeevington? I say, where has that layabout got to? Hot crackers on a Sunday morning, who turned out the lights?
It's darker than burnt toast in here.
My life is darkness.
Oh, there it goes.
My God! Maisie! Maisie, my love!
There's been a murder. Rat-ta-ta-ta.
My life is murder.
Who could have done such a thing? Skidoo, skida.
Probably the butler.
We'd better call the newspapers. I mean the police. Achai!
Do you hear something?
Well, that's just the rattle of the upstairs floorboards, I reckon.
She's kicking her heel on the floor.
It must be the murderer!
It's Mazie. She's not dead.
I say, what is that sound?
It's the beating of a hideous heart!
Kicks and coattails, the butler did it.
That's what I said.
Scintillating! Well done, friends!
No!
I hope you'll forgive my little ruse, but it seemed the perfect opportunity to get you all a little more invested in murder mysteries.
So that's a fake knife in your back?
Oh no, the butler really did try to kill me. I just happened to be great at thinking on my feet, or on my back, as it were. Luckily, the butler seems to have missed all the vital organs.
Still, a knife in the back, you know.
Yes, I am getting a bit woozy. Jeevington, would you be a dear and telephone the hospital before calling the police and turning yourself in?
Yes, Miss Maradova.
Be sure and come right back when you're done, Jeevington. Now that everyone's paying attention, what say we talk about this P.T. Barnum character, eh?
He's not coming back.
Focus, Cousin Bertrude. You'll never attract a suitor with such a distractible nature.
Darkness is my suitor.
Oh, you're such a handful, Bertrude. In fact, you're such a handful, I think I'll sit down on the floor for a moment while we talk about that P.T. Barnum fellow.
I'm calling the hospital.
You're looking a bit pale there, Mazie.
Why, thank you, Charlie. I have been avoiding the sun lately.
I always avoid the sun. The sun is my nemesis.
Mazie's just gonna lie down for a bit. Uncle Charlie, why don't you sing us into the break?
Your blouse is looking awful red there, Mazie.
Why, thank you. I got it. I got it.
Oh my, I don't think I can handle...
Thanks for joining us. I'm Bertrude Maradova. This is Murder Mystery Mania Monthly. See you next month. Probably. She'll probably be fine. Probably. I am the night. Bye.
Thank you for joining us for Starlight Radio Dreams. Join us in early December for a warm, gentle celebration of nothing in particular. Our next live stream, the Nothing About Holidays show, is coming up on Friday, December 3. So get your tickets now at starlightradiodreams.com. Until then, keep laughing and keep dreaming.